All right, we will start in child's pose. And on this super cold day, we're gonna create some heat. I don't know how warm it is in your place, but we'll start to incorporate and create our own heat by using our breath. So pull in deep through the nose, big breath in. And then let it go, big breath out. And do this again. On every breath out, feel sort of a sense of release, of tension. Maybe this might be the first time you're taking a mindful breath all day. I know it is for me. On your next breath in, come up to tabletop. Let's work through some cat and cow. Your breath in, drop your belly. Curl up your tailbone and lift your heart. Peel your shoulder blades back here. And then on your exhale, curve your spine. Really think about pressing your hands already into the mat with active fingers. And then just moving. Cat and cow. And then maybe some twists side to side. And now walk your hands so that you start to come upright on your knees. And I want you to maybe put your hands on your hips. I want you to take your right leg out to the side. Nice work. Okay, sweep your arms up, big breath in. And then as you exhale, drop your right arm, slide it down your right leg, and come into this side body stretch, your left arm reaching over. Relax in your neck, your head, your face. And then on your breath in, come back upright, bring both arms high. Hey, girlfriend.
Hi.
And now we're coming into some stretches. And now lean over to the left, lift your right leg up. And we're gonna do some crunches. So first take a breath in with this length. As you exhale, bring knee to elbow, crunching. Inhale, create length. Exhale, crunch. Do it this way. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. Nice work, girl. Inhale, length. And then now sweep your arm down. That right leg is still extended out. Both hands are down on the mat. And I want you to lift your leg up with a flexed foot. And feel this maybe in your hip flexors here. And then swing it back so your leg is long behind you. Bend at the knee. And we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that right leg out. Let the left arm reach out in front of you so your bicep aligns with your ears. Take a big inhale here. Now bring elbow to knee as you crunch. Exhale. Extend. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Exhale. Extend. Inhale. Elbow to knee. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Bring your arm down, your knee down to the mat. We're going to do this on the other side now. So extend your left leg out. Come up right onto that knee so your hands are on your hips. Nice work. Sweep your arms up, big breath in. As you exhale, left arm reaches down on your left leg and you reach over for a side body stretch. And wherever you are, make sure the shoulder doesn't roll in. peel it open. And now come down, bringing your right arm down to the mat. Your left arm comes up. Reach your left arm up and over. And we're going to take some crunches. So first, breath in, elbow to knee as you exhale. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. We'll do one more. Inhale, length. Exhale, crunch. Bring your knee down, or your leg down, I should say. Have your hands sort of tabletop with that left leg out. Lift it up, flexing your hips here. Breathe into this. And now extend that left leg long behind you. Bend at the knee and we pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that left leg out. Bring the right arm so your bicep aligns with your ear. And take an inhale, elbow to knee, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your hand down, your knee down. Now press back for a puppy pose here. Take a giant breath in and then let it go out. When you're ready, I want you to come up to tabletop. And then press back for down dog. Settle into your down dog, so maybe walk it out. Now I want you to walk your hands to your feet. And then when you get there, just come into ragdoll. Everything hangs heavy. Opposite elbows, you grab on. And feel the gravity pulling your top body down. Stretching your glutes, your back of your thighs. And then release your elbows. Walk your hands back down on the mat and come into a high plank. Together, take a breath in. And then push forward, exhale. Push forward on your toes so your shoulders are over your wrists. Hug your elbows in tight and come all the way down to your belly. Drop down, untuck your toes, and come into seal pose. Hands diagonal in front of you, and on an inhale, press up for seal. Exhale, come down. Inhale, seal. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale, seal. Exhale, come down. Hands come close to your rib cage. Tuck your toes under. Press up for high plank. Press back, down dog. Breathe in, rise on your toes. As you exhale, come down in your heels. Do that again. Breathe in, rise on your toes. Exhale, come down to your heels. And this time, take a breath in. Bend your knees, look at your hands, take a giant step forward. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up, extended mountain pose, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for your chaturanga, high, elbows low. Upward facing dog or a baby cobra, keeping your belly on the mat. Press back, down dog. We'll move through a couple of those sunays. Together, breathe in. Breathe out. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Lift up. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up, extended mountain pose. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Again, breathe in. Let it go. Walk or hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, chair pose. Tuck your core, your belly. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Float your right leg to the sky and just stay here for a moment. Have both legs really tight and long. Create length in that lifted leg. Maybe rotate your ankle and then rotate it the other way. Bend at the knee for sunbird. Just hold here and breathe. Extend that right leg back out. Take a breath in. Lower that right leg down. Float your left leg to the sky. Press your hands into the mat, that right toes into the mat, lifting that left leg high and long. Rotate your ankle. Don't let your elbows bend. If they do, see if you can press in a little bit more. Kick it back for sunbird. Don't forget to breathe. Extend that left leg back out. Lower it down. Now this time I want you to tippy toe your feet to your hands. So come up on your toes and then walk as many steps as you can, keeping your hands on the mat as long as you can. You're back into ragdoll. And just let everything go. Heel toe your feet together so your toes touch. And now I want you to rise up to chair pose with an inhale. And adjust where you need to, pulling in your core. Together, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Step back for your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, out. Warrior one on the right side. Step, adjust, and then lift and breathe in for warrior one. And now chaturanga as you exhale. Press upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, out. Warrior one, left. Step, and then lift and rise. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, out. We'll do this again. Together, breathe in, rise in your toes. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk or hop. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, out. Utkatasana chair pose. Drop your hips, lift your heart. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for your chaturanga. If you shoot back, make sure it's into a low plank. Press upward facing dog, breathe in. Down dog, out. Warrior one on the right. Breathe in as you lift. chaturanga as you come down and exhale. Upward facing dog in, down dog out. Warrior one left. Breathe in. Chaturanga out. Upward facing dog in. And then just press back to child's pose. Let your hips sink. Take a breath. And let's set an intention. Let's set an intention that when things get turned up, the heat and everything, you know, the pressures of life or job or work or whatever, to remember to take that breath somewhere in that day, in that moment when you're feeling it. So remembering to just be, to be present. Together, let's come back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, press back, down dog. And together we breathe in, breathe out. Walker hop forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold out. Utkatasana chair pose. And we're going to stay and hold here for a moment. Nice work. Let's take cactus arms and peel them back. Together, breathe in. As you exhale, drop a ½ inch. Together, breathe in. Drop a ½ inch. Last one, breathe in. Now let's do twist to the right in this chair pose. See if you can lower your hips so that they're lower than your heart. And breathe. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to chair pose center and hold and breathe. 3, 2, and on 1, forward fold, let go. Heel toe your feet, hip distance. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around those big toes. Take breath in for length. And then as you exhale, see if you can have a lot of length in your legs. And then just try to create that bind, pressing your toes under your fingers. Release your toes. Heel toe your feet back together. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold out. Rise up, chair pose, inhale. Sink your hips, lift your heart. Maybe try the cactus arms again. Together, breathe in. As you exhale, drop a ½ inch. Breathe in. ½ inch, lower on your heels or press your weight into your heels. 1 more, breathe in. And now chair pose, twist to the left. Equal weight, both feet. And really think about bringing your prayer hands right in the center of your heart, of your chest. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to chair center and you hold. 3, 2, and on 1, forward fold, let go. Heel toe hip distance, and let's do gorilla. Stepping on the palms of your hand, your toes coming up, maybe to your wrists. You take a breath in for length, and as you exhale, step a little bit more weight, the balls of your feet onto your hands. Let your head align with your biceps. Release from this grip. And now heel toe your feet further out. So toes point out, heels in. Come into Malasana Yogi. Press your elbows against your knees and your heart lifts high. Prayer hands in the center. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then either stay here or try your crow. Maybe just try it regardless. Place your hands, active fingers in front of you. Start to lift your hips. Make sure your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Walk your feet so they come lined up behind the palms of your hands on the mat. Start to bend at the knees so that your knees will then come onto your triceps. Allow your head to come out and look out, and then lift your toes pointed. Magnetic pull between both arms for 3, 2, and on 1. Step out of it. Nice work, girls. Nice work. Okay. Wherever you are, let's kind of heel toe our feet back together. So toes touch. Let your head hang heavy. And then slowly rise back up to chair pose with an inhale. Sink your hips. Lift your heart. Breathe in. And adjust your core. Again, maybe cactus arms here. We're going to breathe and hold. Peel your shoulder blades back just a little bit more if you're in cactus. For 3, 2, and on 1, forward fold, exhale. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog on the right. Kick it back for sunbird. Stay or flip your dog. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. Side plank, heels to the right. Maybe try lifting that leg. And lift up your hips a little higher. 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. Press back, down dog. Three-legged dog on the left. Kick it back, sunbird. Stay or flip. And try lifting your hips a little higher, pressing a little bit more into your heels. 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. Side plank, heels to the left. And what you did on one side, try on the other. Nice work. Three, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. And now I want you to bring your forearms down to the mat, so you're in a forearm high plank. Walk your toes back out if you need to. Your core is tight. Together, breathe in. Drop your heels to the right, dip your hip down to the right. Inhale, come back up on your toes. Heels to the left, dip your hip. Breathe in, come up on your toes. Heels to the right. Breathe in, toes. Exhale, heels to the left. Breathe in, toes. Heels to the right, exhale. Breathe in, toes. Heels to the left. Inhale, toes. Come down to your knees. Press back for a mini puppy pose here. Take a breath. Let it go. When you're ready, come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Press back, down dog. Right leg to the sky. Take a big breath in. Bring right knee to right elbow. Now to left elbow. Hug it up. To right elbow. To heart center, pull up. Press down for 3, 2, and on 1, step it forward for crescent lunge. So lift your heart, your arms. That back leg is strong. Take your arms now, reach them behind your lower back, clasping, pulling your shoulder blades down. Together, breathe in, peel back, look up maybe. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, humbling yourself, lowering your chest down, maybe on your knee, maybe past your knee. Maybe your gaze is looking at your back left foot. Ignite that back leg by lifting up at the knee, straightening. For 3, 2, and on 1, release your arms, place them down so they frame your right foot. And now twist open, right arm reaches up to the sky, left arm on the mat. That back leg ignites so you can twist open a little bit more. Breathe. For 3, 2, and I want to bring that right hand down to the mat, and now I want you to kick it back for 3-legged dog on the right with a big inhale. Open it up, sunbird. And now flip it back into wild thing. So that left leg goes out long. You press your weight into your heels, lift your hips up high for wild thing. Kind of like flipping your dog, except one leg is long. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back over to high plank, side plank, heels to the right. And if it's too much, you drop a leg. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank, press back, down dog. Left leg to the sky, big inhale. Left knee to left elbow, hinge forward. To right elbow. To left elbow. To heart center, pull up a little higher. For 3, 2, and on 1, crescent lunge. Slowly rise, breathe in. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind your lower back. Pull your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Take a breath in, hinge back, look up. As for an exhale, humble down. Always moving slow. For 3, 2, and on 1, release your hands, frame that right foot, and come up with a twist. So the left arm reaches up. Try to peel your shoulder blades back and ignite that back leg. 3, 2, and on 1, place that left hand down on the mat, kick back for 3-legged dog on the left, big inhale, open up, sunbird, and now come into wild thing. This time your right leg stays long and straight. Lift your hips up, let your gaze reach to your left fingers. 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. Side plank, heels to the left. Three, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. Come down to your forearms. So you're in a forearm plank. Ready, we're gonna do this again. Breathe in, rise in your toes. Heels to the right as you exhale, dip your hip. Inhale, toes. Heels to the left, exhale. Inhale, toes. Heels right. Inhale, toes. Heels left. Inhale, toes. Heels right. Inhale, toes. Heels left. Inhale, toes. Come down to your knees. Press back, puppy. Take a recovery breath. Breathe in big. Let it go. Now walk your hands over to the right side. Another side body stretch. And really try to lengthen that left arm, reaching over as your arms are over to the right. But I want you to really feel it, that entire left side of your body. Walk your hands center, take a breath in. Now walk them over to the left. This time, really stretch that right arm. Feeling it the entire length of your side body. Walk your hands back center. Together, breathe in. Let it go. Come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, press back, down dog. Right leg to the sky. Inhale. Right knee to right elbow. To left elbow. To right. Heart center. And now step it forward for low crescent lunge. This time keep both feet low. Drop that back knee, maybe untuck your toe, and then lift your arms up so that your hips press towards your right heel. But make an adjustment. Make sure that your knee stays directly over your ankle. So if it's going past, maybe extend that right leg out just a little bit more. And then so make your readjustment. And then find your pose, find your stretch. And breathe and settle in. Now swing your arms back and let your hips now come back to that back heel. Maybe I need to tuck my toe under. This is the half split. Make your adjustments where you need to. Maybe extend your arms out, but drop your head if you can. And then hinge back forward so your hips move towards your heel again. You lift your arms up, breathe in. And now bring your hands down to the mat. And now we're going to come into lizard pose. So pivot that right foot. So toes are off the mat, heels are in. Back foot maybe is untucked here. Take a breath in for length. And then as you exhale, see if you can come down lower on your forearms for lizard. Maybe you roll on the knife edge of your foot. You allow your sort of the bottom of your foot to kind of open up as you peel your leg down. And if that's not available, that's okay. Just find that stretch, your edge, and breathe into it. Walk your hands back up. Now I want you to tuck your back toe under. Your foot stays where it is, but I want you to pop up off your knee, okay? And I want you to take your right hand, wrap your peace fingers around your right big toe. Your weight starts to shift to your left hand, so we're coming into a side plank, heels to the left, holding on to your right toe. And then maybe lift up where you can. And if that's not available, just do a leg lift maybe a tree pose. But just another way kind of to get there. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank. Come back to that forearm, high plank. We're gonna do this again, right? Together, breathe in, toes. Heels to the right as you exhale. Breathe in, toes. Heels left. Breathe in, toes. Heels right. Breathe in, toes. Left. Breathe in, toes. Right, we've got this. Breathe in, toes. Left. Breathe in, toes. Come back up to high plank, press back. Down dog. Shake it out. Left leg to the sky, big inhale. Left knee to left elbow. Right elbow. Left elbow. Heart center. 3, 2, and on 1, low crescent lunge, hands on the mat. Come down on that back knee, and then lift your arms up, hinging your hips forward. Stretching your hips. Now sink your hips back for a half split. Moving slow, taking notice of tightness. For 3, 2, and on 1, hinge back forward, lifting your arms up one last time on this side. Bring your hands down to the mat and come into lizard on the left. Toes off the mat, heel in. Maybe come up on that toes of your back foot or not. But then when you're ready, take a breath. And then as you exhale, see if you can come down to your forearms. Opening up your hip, dropping your head. Breathing into the space. Right? It's the challenge. You find the challenge. Our heartbeat stops or moves fast, and we have to remember to breathe. Just like in life, when something's getting to be a lot, too much, we have to remember to notice it, and then just to take a moment for a breath. Press up on your hands. Come into your back toes, popping up your back leg. Ready? Start putting more pressure on your right hand this time. Peace fingers wrap around your left big toe. And when you're ready, heels to the left, coming into that side plank. And just try it. Move slow. Create length. And just go where you can go. And then release your toe. Maybe coming into a tree pose with your leg. Or a lifted leg. 3, 2, and on 1, come back to high plank, press back, down dog. Together, breathe in, breathe out, walk or hop forward, halfway lift, breathe in, forward fold, out, Utkatasana, chair pose, breathe in, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, create that space. Step back for your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1 on the right. And I want you to hold it here. So square for your hips, your shoulders to the front of the mat. See if you can press on that back foot into your knife's edge. Open up, warrior 2. Create power in your arms, reaching front and back. Create power in your legs, coming deeper into your lunge, creating that heat. Reverse your warrior. Maybe take your back arm, bind it behind your lower back. Find your breath. Extended side angle. That right elbow comes close down to your right knee, maybe past it. Reach that left arm up and over, bicep aligns with your ear. Peel your shoulder blade up and open or back. Take a bind. Take that top arm, bind it behind your lower back. Maybe take a double bind. Take that bottom arm, wrap it underneath your thigh. For 3, 2, and on 1, cartwheel your arms down for chaturanga. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Peel open, breathe in. Downward facing dog, let it go. Warrior 1 on the left. Settle into your pose. Warrior 2, powerful arms as you move. Big long breaths. Reverse this. Continue that lunge into that front left leg. Extended side angle. Maybe take a bind here, half or both. The trick here is come deeper into that lunge to grab your hands underneath you. 3, 2, and on 1, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, out. Together, breathe in, rising your toes. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk or hop. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, out. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, out. Warrior 1 on the right. Open up warrior 2. Straighten that front leg. Now reverse this with maybe bind behind your lower back. Triangle pose. Reach and hinge forward first, as far as you can go, and then slowly lower down. With a little micro bend, I want you to come up to a standing wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath in and then hinge forward in that wide-legged stance, bringing your head closer to the mat. And you decide what you wish to do in regards to maybe grabbing on the backs of your calves, maybe coming into a shoulder stand. Okay. Whew. Walk your hands to the front of your mat, to your right foot, and then take a step with that back foot so you come into pyramid pose. Both feet are about a foot apart. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring chin to shin, nose to knee. Equal weight, both feet. Shift that right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe this time, if your hands are on the floor, release the floor and grab onto both calves. One of them or both of them. Try to create a deeper bind here. Release if you're holding on. Place your hands back on the floor. Take that back foot, step it to meet at the top. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Take your left hand, place it on your left hip. Peace fingers, wrap it around your right big toe. And you know the drill, shift your weight to your left foot. And when you're ready, come to a standing leg raise. Let your drishti, your focus, take you there. That right leg extends. And then when you're ready, open up to the side wall. And create some length in your spine. So if you want, let go if you're holding on. Try coming, maybe holding to your knee or your shin. But try to create length. But also challenge yourself. So hold if you can for 3, 2, and on 1. Bring it back center. Release your grip and then pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, take flight to airplane. Step that right foot behind you. Ignite your legs. I'm going to take a bind behind my lower back on this one. But you can do prayer hands. You can extend your arms out, which is actually warrior 3. And then come down to half moon. Bringing that left hand, cupping it down on the ground, rotating your hips open. Nice work, girls. Now, nice and slow, put a bend in that left knee and come down into warrior 2. So your left leg is leading. Nice work, guys. All right, so we should be in warrior 2. With left leg lead, powerful arms here. And we're going to do the other side. Straighten that front leg now. And reverse this. Left arm reaches up and over. Triangle pose. Move nice and slow. Hinge at the hips forward. And then slowly make your way down. Nice work. Nice work. A little micro bend in your knees. Slowly rise up for a wide-legged stance. And then take an inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward. Do this again. Maybe see if you can widen your stance. Again, bringing your head closer to the mat. Maybe clasping your hands with your forearms and seeing if you can put your head right in the middle. Even if you take lift off or not, just trying it. But wherever you are, I want you to think about pressing your forearms into the mat, pushing away, creating that power, because you don't want the weight of your body resting on your head. The majority of it you want on your forearms. So just playing around with this to take flight. Nice work, girls. Nice work. Nice work. Okay. Let's come into pyramid pose on that left leg, okay? So pivot that left foot forward, step that right foot up about a foot. Take a breath in for length. As you exhale, nose to knee, chin to shin. Shift that left hip back, that right hip forward. Equal pressure, both feet into your mat. Try lifting your toes. Shake your head. Yes and no. Let it go. Step that back foot up to meet at the other, to meet at the top. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold out. Right hand on your right hip, peace fingers of your left. Wrap it around your left big toe. And when you're ready, nice and slow, you rise, standing leg raise. And when you're ready, open up to the side wall. For 3, 2, and on 1. Release, extend your leg forward, your arms up, you pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, take flight. And then when you're ready, open up half moon. And then with a little micro bend to that front knee, step back for a warrior 2, leading on the right. And now chaturanga. Cartwheel your arms down to the mat. Press high plank. Come down actually all the way to your belly on that low plank. Untuck your toes. And I want you to take your hands. We're going to do locust pose. On your breath in, lift up for locust. Maybe create a bind with your hands behind your lower back, whatever you wish. But lift your heart, lift your legs. And you breathe. 3, 2, and on 1, lower down. Take a breath in, breath out. Come back up to locust pose. Inhale, lift up. 3, 2, and on 1, lower. Let's do floor bow. Bend at the knees, grab the tops of your feet. On your breath in, lift up, create that magnetic pull between your thighs. Three, 2, and on 1, release. Lower your feet, bring your hands close to your rib cage. Press up for upward facing dog. Maybe readjust your hips forward. Breathe. 3, 2, and on 1, press back, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands, come onto your back. Oh, I'm getting you close, okay. Set up for, we're gonna do 1 bridge, 1 wheel, or you can do 2 bridges, 2 wheels, whatever you want. So on your breath in, press your weight into your heels, lift your hips up high. Imagine your shins pressing forward and try rolling your shoulder blades under if you're in bridge. Try relaxing your glutes. What does that do? But still press your feet towards the front of the room, the front of the mat. Take some pressure off, maybe where we don't need it. For 3, 2. If you're staying in bridge, maybe you stay here. If you're going to go into wheel, slowly lower down. set yourself up. And I'm doing this because we only got 2. On your inhale, press up for wheel. And if you can, try to keep your shoulders over your wrists. For 3, 2, and on 1, tuck your head, slowly lower down. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet touch, your knees open. Hand in your heart, hand in your belly. And I'm going to read you something. Where is she? Okay. Well, I didn't pre-read this, but let's try this one. For anyone who's ever felt unloved, it was long and, hold on, I need my glasses, you guys, I'm so sorry. It is so the end of the day. Okay, continue breathing. For anyone who's ever felt unloved, it was long and arduous fast, a time of short rations, but now it's past. Feed your heart love sandwiches. Serve tea from a silver pot with the word beloved etched in fine and steady hand. Let peach juice drip down your chin, each kiss of fuzzy skin, to lip a reminder of sweetness. Sniff the bowl of wild roses, each blossom wide, open as if to tender you to the fullest expression of affection. As if to say, you are the most cherished being in the world today. Well, don't know what my thoughts are on that one just yet, but bring your knees together. And then roll over to your right side. Bring your forehead down to your mat. And let's just take this moment of gratitude. Thanking yourselves for showing up. Being grateful for having this hour together, practicing. Gratitude that we all, each of us woke up and finding some sort of sunshine, some sort of happiness throughout the day, finding that breath, remembering that everything is going to be okay. Slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring maybe the palms of your feet together, and this time hold on to your feet and let your knees sort of butterfly open, maybe butterflying them, stretching them. Take a big breath in with a tall spine. As you exhale, I want you to hinge forward, sort of pressing, holding onto your feet, coming down and just having that stretch. And then slowly lifting your heart back up center. Coming into some sort of comfortable position. Swoop your arms up, breathe in together. Prayer hands, bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center to signify kind thoughts. Bring your thumb knuckles to your lips to signify kind speech. And then bring your thumb knuckles to your heart center to signify kind intentions. The light in me honors and sees the light in each of you. Namaste. Nice work, girls.